So we have cleaned the SuzyQ cart from top to bottom. We use a stainless steel cleaner and polish on the stainless steel. We use an all-purpose cleaner on the linoleum, on the sides, even on the bumpers. We kind of polish those up, and the corner guards, we use some cleaner and they shined up real nice. This is your care guide. It is in the back of this binder. You should definitely be reviewing it with your staff. You can also use a little bit of olive oil to polish up your stainless steel if you don't have any stainless steel cleaner. You can use a little bit of club soda, also is a good cleaner on this type of thing. You can also use a little baking soda and water if you need to, if you got some stains and things you need to rub out of it. Soft cloths, hot soapy water, gentle cleaners and chemicals when you're cleaning this. And don't forget, there's a lot of electronics in this also. So let's not be spraying this thing down with water or hosing it down or doing anything like that. So the next thing we want to talk about is the setup of the pans. Now, these are two full-size wells. There is a descriptor that is in this binder that I want to share with you right now because this is a great tool. The first one talks about the size of the hotel pans and the depth and what their capacity. This is a great tool to use to know how much volume and how many servings that you're going to get out of a pan. I'd highly recommend probably laminating this and posting this somewhere in your kitchen. This is a great tool right here. The other piece that I want to show you are typical layouts for pans. Again, this is in the back of this binder, and it's another great thing to laminate and post somewhere wherever we can see it. This can be used for standard steam tables, all your different displayware, buffetware, any of that kind of stuff. This is a great tool. So let's talk about some of this pan configuration and what you should be looking for. The first thing I would say to you is understand that this can go both hot and cold. So you could actually be having a hot product on the right side here, and then over here we could have a cold product. Now if you are going to use this as a cold well, you do want to put ice on the bottom of this underneath the pan. You might even want to put a little bit of cold water in with that ice to bring the temperature down, and then put your cold pans in here to hold your cold food cold. Hot pans and hot food go into the hot well. That's something you should know right away because that's a great feature and it gives you a lot of options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The way I have this set up right now is with, on the right side, I have hotel pans. These are 1/2 inch, 4-inch hotel pans. Depending on what you're serving out of this, you could probably get as much as 30 to 40 servings out of this, say like a rice dish or something like that. There's a lot of capacity here. I do not recommend using super deep pans like 6 or 8 inch in this type of setup. Part of the reason why is we want to keep the food fresh and rotated out of here. You fill this thing up too much, the food stays in it too long, it breaks down, it gets all crusty on the sides of the pan. It doesn't look very appealing or appetizing. We want the food to always look fresh and good. Also, with the deeper hotel pans, you might have some stuff that gets stuck to the bottom, and at the end of the day, you're gonna end up throwing it away anyway. So I'd rather you use something a little bit more shallow, like a 4-inch pan, for most of your production. In some cases, you might even want to use a 2-inch deep pan, depending on what it is. The only exception I would make to that rule is if you're using a 6 pan, which is one of these, and this is a 4-inch, but you could do a 6-inch, let's say if you had a soup or a sauce. So let's say it's the dead of winter, you know you're moving a lot of soup, go with a deeper. Now, it's very runny and liquidy, that's why a deep pan will work better than a more shallow pan. So in this well, I set this up in several different ways so you can see it. These are what are called 1/9 pans. And the reason why it's called 1/9 is because you get 9 pans in a full-size well. So this is a 9th pan. This is really nice for maybe modified diets, purees, mechanical chop, things like that you need to have on there just for a few servings. And this is what's called a 1/3 pan. This happens to be a 2-inch, and you can get 3 of those across here for a full. Obviously, you can also get a full hotel pan in here. And they also have what's called a shotgun or a half hotel. It goes lengthwise this way rather than half this way. And in some cases, when you go lengthwise with a shotgun, it actually looks very pretty from this side when you're looking at the food